Great. And we are on for our heart health products. So what I don't want you to think is this is just for the heart. This is for the whole body again. And as we start talking about the products, you're going to see how important so many of these products are for you, no matter what age you are. So I just want to kind of set that up ahead of time. And now I'm going to let Kaylee share the slides and get started.
Sure. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so we are going to begin with Herbal Lifeline, and this is truly the building blocks of the entire heart health line. So this is our omega-3 fish oils, or also known as omega-3 fatty acids. And this does help, just so you guys know, this does help support the heart and the cholesterol levels in a healthy range. And so that's why it's actually in the heart health line. But it does so much more than that. So omega-3 fish oils, they're a natural anti-inflammatory for the body. So think about this. When something's inflamed, even like with the cholesterols, why they can kind of be inflamed in there, but if anything's inflamed with anything, with autoimmune diseases, fibromyalgia is inflammation of the muscles. Arthritis is inflammation of the joints. Asthma is inflammation of the lungs. So when someone has an attack or a flare-up, if they have any of those, they'll know what the term flare-up means. It means there's inflammation going around in that area of the body. And that's kind of like their weak link of the body. So what the Herbal Lifeline does, it's a omega-3 fish oil that's going to be a natural way, which we like natural, to reduce the inflammation all over the body. So when you reduce the inflammation, you can reduce the pain. You can reduce all of the side effects of the flare-up. So this product is so important for that. It's just good to be taken for general health to begin. Is that, 1-3 times a day. A lot of us like to take a lot more than just 1-3 times a day. A lot of us 2-3 times a day, or even 3 times a day. That is completely safe and healthy to do. But especially when you have a flare-up, is that when you want to increase this to about 2 or 3 times a day as well. I can kind of keep going for a while. A few things I just want to say about this one. There is a peppermint taste, or there's a peppermint in there. So when you take it, you're not burping up any fishy smells or anything like that. And then also, this is a very high quality omega-3 fish oil. So people might say like, oh yeah, I get a fish oil at Costco, like huge thing for $10. Let me tell you, if they're spending $10 on a huge tub, that's exactly what they're getting. They're pretty much just getting fillers. They're actually not going to be getting any quality fish oil. And how you can tell a fish oil is that if you take your fish oil and you put it in the freezer, if it freezes, then it's mostly fillers in that. If it doesn't freeze, then it's a nice high quality fish oil. And that's exactly what Herbalife has, is a very high quality fish oil that we're providing. Also, just, the omega-3 fish oils, they're great for brain health and just supporting that, and the brain function is that it can do so much for that. I'm going to let Laura, I feel like there's so much more I can say, but add in, take it away.
Great. It did great. And we could talk about this one product probably for an hour.
Yeah.
I probably have 4 top products that I love, and this is one of them. And okay, Kaylee did a great job about reducing inflammation. So let me give you some holistic medicine training 101 here, okay, to understand what's causing all of this inflammation, right? So we're supposed to have a 2-to-1 ratio of omega-6s to omega-3s in our body. That's like the natural healthy balance, right? Okay, so 2 omega-6s to every omega-3. That's where we want to live. Now, let's talk about where we get the omega-6s. Omega-6s come in the form of grains. So think of what you're eating that has grains in it, right? You're eating bread, you're eating pasta, you're eating crackers, chips, cookies, all that other stuff, right? Okay.
And sugar, right?
And and sugar creates it too, yeah. So often And then let's talk about where we're getting our omega-3s. Salmon, but you need to eat about 12 salmon to get a serving of omega-3 in one day. You can get it in cod liver oil. Ooh, that's good to eat. Tasty. You can get it in raspberry seeds. You could get it in seaweed. That's interesting. So as you can see, it's not as easy to consume the omega-3s, depending upon where we live and what our diet is. So often we're a 50, and I'm going to say probably even worse than this, 50-1 going on in our bodies in the ratio of omega-6s to omega-3s, and you see the imbalance. We need both in our bodies to live. We need omega-6s and we need omega-3s, but we don't need as many omega-6s as we're eating, which is what's causing the inflammation. And as Kaylee said, that inflammation is from head to toe. Brain dysfunction is called by inflammation. Goes down to the lungs, goes down to the stomach. Okay, stomach issues can be inflammation, to joints, to muscle, to just a host of issues that can be happening that people just don't understand. So what are we as health coaches? We're people that can help educate our clients and ourselves on how to eat better, right? If we're eating, the proper ratio of protein to carbohydrates, you're going to be, for every gram of protein, don't eat more than 2 grams of carbs, but even a little bit below that, you're going to be cutting out a lot of your grains and your omega-6s already by doing that. But often what we need to be taking is omega-3 to up the numbers of omega-3s to help balance things out to where we need. And again, I feel omega-3 is as important as any basic vitamin that we're taking. 50 years ago, vitamin C was the big talk of the town. Okay, this is like a long time ago, right? And it was like, we can't live without vitamin C. Yeah, no kidding. You get scurvy and things like that. But now I'm going to say nobody can live without omega-3s. Everybody needs to be supplementing with a good quality omega-3, as Kaylee just said, not a cheap one from another company that sells a lesser cost. You're paying for the cleaning. The omega-3s are coming from the cold water fish. You may say to me, well, I eat lots of fish. Maybe you're eating the fish, the rockfish from the Maryland shore. That's not it. It's the cold water fish from up in the North Pole, up in that region. That's where the cold water fish, that's where the fish oils are coming from, is those fish up there. And I don't know where I just got off on that, but that's where that you're so everybody's getting the same amount of fish oil or buying, any company is, but are they cleaning it? So that's what you're paying for, is the cleaning process when you're paying for a high quality fish oil. Okay, so as Kelly said, 3 times a day, start out with if you're not taking 1. As you learn more and want to experiment, you can move it up to 2-3 times a day, and then 3 times a day. You can take more than that if you wanted to. I normally live on 3 times a day. I had arthritis that came on with my pregnancies 30-some years ago, and cleaning up my diet, eating our vitamins, and also adding the fish oils has just changed my life. Occasionally I will have flare-ups depending upon the moldy season and depending upon my diet. If I eat too much sugar, too much alcohol, man, I get the flare-ups, right? But during the moldy season, I may even increase myself to 3 times a day of this. Okay, I think we covered mainly. Okay, and one other thing, let me just say, with people who have high cholesterol, it's because this is like the one product when we talk about what it does, it helps reduce cholesterol. We didn't even mention that. Okay, but people lots of times when they just change their diet and cut out a lot of the fatty diets that they're eating and things like that, they can naturally reduce their cholesterol. Sometimes just exercising helps you even things out. But by taking Herbal Lifeline, it's a natural rotor-rooter to the arteries, so it helps clean out the arteries and reduce the cholesterol naturally. So it's fantastic. Now, also, you're going to run into the people who have high cholesterol. They hear of 12-year-olds that have high cholesterol. You see 30-year-old men that are in perfect condition. They're playing tennis every day. They're out running. they dropped dead on the tennis courts because they had blocked arteries and they had no idea. Nowadays, they have more of an idea because people check for it more. But they are constantly battling this high cholesterol issue because it kind of runs in the family. Well, yeah, in that case it does. So what's happening to them? They have a super hypersensitivity to the grains, to the omega-6s. More so, like my sensitivity, it comes out in my joints, right? Okay. For them, it's coming out in the blood vessels. Their blood vessels are inflamed. The natural occurrence that the body does to protect itself when its blood vessels are inflamed, it creates cholesterol on the inside of the blood vessels to kind of protect itself. So isn't that funny that what it's doing? But that's what it's building the cholesterol because it's getting inflamed because of the omega-6s. Lower the omega-6s, raise the omega-3s, you're going to reduce the cholesterol naturally. Okay? Okay, cool. The next slide I'm going to just pop into really quick.
I just also wanted to, I kind of said it before and everything you said was great. People with the joint pain, this is really great. And you're going to pair it with another product that we're going to talk about called joint support. But like, that's just a very, very common thing. And again, you want to reduce the inflammation with pairing it in there as well. That was just running through my head.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Great. Okay. So Tri-Shield, this is the krill oil. So what that is okay, the cold water fish up in the north, right? What they're doing is how they're creating their omega-3 fatty acids is they're going to the bottom of that ocean and they're eating all these little red fish that are called krill fish. And that's what they're making, how they're making the omega-3s. What they found out recently is that they can take the little krill fish and just take those oils out of those fish. So that's called Tri-Shield. We kind of, don't replace one for the other. Don't say, well, I'll just take a bunch of Tri-Shield. They are two different products, just like Shazandra is different than RoseGuard, but paired together, they really work. So if you have a really troubled immune system or just, anything with the things we just mentioned, and you're taking maybe 3 Lifeline a day, but you're still got some struggles going on somewhere, add a Tri-Shield, right? And you could add 1 or 2 or 3 Tri-Shield a day and kind of work with that and see what kind of differences you're going to get. I'm also going to say the Tri-Shield have been very successful for people who want their children to take the fish oils. So lots of times they'll squeeze they'll take the regular Herbalife line and squeeze that like onto a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something like that to get the fish oils into them. But the Tri-Shield are really small little gel capsules, really tiny small. They're pretty easy to swallow, and I've heard of some children even chewing those up. Okay, so just wanted to throw that out there. Cool.
Okay, awesome. Next up, we have Nightworks. You want me to take it?
Yep.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so Nightworks, before I actually begin explaining what it does, I want to explain who created it because this is pretty powerful. So Herbalife is the only nutrition company that has a Nobel Prize laureate. So he won the Nobel Prize in his research for nitric oxide. He joined Herbalife's board. He actually kind of searched out Herbalife and was like, I love what you guys are doing and I want to be a part of it. And he created this product, which is about nitric oxide. So you can see that's actually his signature on there. And it's just really powerful that we have a Nobel Prize laureate on our board creating our products, representing all of that. Okay, so what Nightworks...
Did I miss why you said he got the Nobel laureate?
For his research in nitric oxide.
His research to find out and why we have hardening of the arteries, and it's the lack of nitric oxide. So from there, he created a product to make nitric oxide. Yeah. Okay, great.
Well, there we go. And I'll be explaining how Nightworks can help with all of that. Okay, so what Nightworks is exactly kind of actually what Laura said. It's a product to help your body make nitric oxide. And it's, okay, let me bring it back. Sorry. I'm going to let you take this right now. I'm like blinking.
No, that's why we have 2 people doing the calls, because sometimes your brain just kind of goes dead and you forgot what you're going to say. It's got the minerals and nutrients to allow your body to make the nitric oxide. So this is not a jar of nitric oxide, although often people will call it that, okay? It's giving you the nutrients that your body will make the nitric oxide. Now, lots of times we're going to create our own nitric oxide. We'll actually create our own nitric oxide through exercise. But as we get older, we don't make as much nitric oxide, probably because today most people, as they get older, maybe they don't exercise as much, right? And again, going back to his research, he was trying to discover, why do we have hardening of the arteries as we get older, which means the arteries are not as flexible, so the blood does not flow through the arteries as efficiently. And so you take this, it was designed to take originally 2 scoops in water. You take it before bedtime, because the highest amount of strokes and heart attacks occur about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, because the arteries are harder then, because we've not been moving around now for a long time, right? Maybe a piece of plaque, plaque is hardened cholesterol, okay? Maybe it breaks off, okay, and now gets stuck in a blood vessel. The blood vessel is supposed to stretch, okay, be flexible to let it flow through, or maybe a small blood clot has formed for some reason and it gets stuck. Ideally, a healthy system, the blood vessel flexes and lets it go through. When the blood vessels are too hard, it gets stuck, and this is how we get our heart attacks or strokes. Okay, so that's what it was created for. What we found, it was pretty hilarious. Of course, all the distributors started taking, a distributor is going to take any new product that's created so we can feel it and know it and understand it. You had a bunch of, at that point, most of the generation of distributors was probably in their 40s at that time. They were all healthy. Nobody really had high blood pressure going on. And this is supposedly to help high blood pressure, right? The heart's not pumping as much as hard, because every time it pumps, the blood vessels are going open. So the pump isn't having to work as hard, okay? So you don't have as much high blood pressure. But we're taking it. The biggest testimony that came out of the distributors after a month of using this was how much better everybody slept. So you can imagine they're going to sleep and they don't realize that they're in their 40s, that they're getting a little bit of hardening of the arteries, right? They don't realize that. And now they're sleeping and their heart is not working as hard, and you get a more restful sleep. So yes, we're helping reduce blood pressure with this by getting more nitric oxide in our blood vessels. Of course, losing weight, if we're overweight, helps reduce blood pressure. Lots of times, though, we're going to have this a symptom of menopause in women. Very healthy, thin women hit menopause and they get hardening of the arteries, and they get on blood pressure medication. Men too, right? They may not have the extra weight. It's the arteries, get the night works into them, and you've got better blood flow. What happened too is the whole fitness arena got hold of this information, and now they're kind of using and abusing it, I'm going to say, in some ways, not in a bad way, but they're taking this product, and there's other products out there on the market, but I'd say this is the best. And they're taking it before workouts, and they're getting a more invigorating workout because they've got easier blood flow going on during their workout. I love personally putting just a scoop of this in my tea first thing in the morning. I just feel, I don't know what I feel. I feel better when I drink it. Okay. Kaylee, go ahead.
Next slide, or
are you anything to add?
No, just, yeah. I mean, just to even, I like to kind of slow it down at the end. So, because that's like a lot of information, hard to take. So again, what this does is that you take it and it helps your body produce the nitric oxide, especially at night. So either before the workout, first thing in the morning, or at night for those people with the hardening of the arteries, because when you're asleep, your body's not making the nitric oxide. So when you take this, it's going to create the flexibility in the blood vessels to allow oxygen and blood flow to get to all parts of the body more easily, which is then why people are sleeping more soundly, because their heart does not need to work as hard to try to pump the oxygen to the brain and to here and to there, because there's that more flexibility. So that's kind of the science behind it. I just like to slow that down a little bit. Yeah. So because this is a hard one to understand, and it's a hard one to explain to people, but man, is it powerful and so helpful for so many people. Anyone with the hardening of the arteries, blood, any heart, anything. No, that's awesome. Again, we have hundreds of stories of people with better sounding sleep and all of that.
And I've got so many testimonies flying right through my head, but I'm going to not talk about them. But really quick, I do want to say, every single time you sell a product to somebody, follow up with it. Mm-hmm. I don't care what product it is. So there were some people that I gave this to in the very beginning, and they were in their 60s. And they started taking it in the evening, and they had all this energy, like maybe they had it at 8 or 9 o'clock at night, right? And they're going like, whoa, I don't want to go to bed now. Like, what's going on? Well, you could just imagine, right? All of a sudden, they're drinking this, and they're getting, and it's new to their body. It's new to their body, and they're getting better blood flow, like within 15 minutes. They're going like, oh my gosh, right? So with that person, I had to reduce their night works down to with dinner, okay, earlier in the day.
Yeah, earlier in the day,
a couple hours earlier, and then they were okay, ready for bed. Now, after taking the night works regularly, they can take it at nighttime, and it's no problem. It was just a real like, woo, surprise for them. So follow up with your clients, okay, to make sure, sometimes we need to adjust it accordingly.
Yep. And I'm also just going to say, anyone with like circulation issues kind of thing, this is really incredible for myself even. Like I was having some circulation stuff. This is for people that bruise easily. It helps create that the more blood flow more readily. So, and when you bruise easily, it's because you actually don't have great circulation going on in your body. And that's why that happens. So, whenever you hear circulation, this can also be helpful for that as well.
Diabetics have poor circulation. And this is an incredible product. If they get a cut or sore, they have problems with healing. Again, we can go on and on, but okay.
No, but it's good to know all of the different things. And
I just want to say, guys, that on this picture, it's showing mango. I do not like that flavor, and a lot of other people don't like that flavor. The lemon is like the bomb. Okay, I would get lemon mango for sure, but try them all. But
it's lemon lime. It's lemon lime.
Lemon lime. Okay.
Yeah, it's lemon, and it does taste good. It tastes like a lemonade, and you have it right before you go to bed. It tastes amazing. Yeah. Okay. CoQ10. I'm going to let you take that.
Okay, great. CoQ10 provides energy to heart cells and supports heart muscle. I just read that. Bam. That's it. Okay. You have a heart. You want a better acting heart, a better, healthier heart, especially once you hit the 40 number and beyond. You need to be taking this. It's really good. It also has a good amount of vitamin D in it. So vitamin D is like the new buzz thing. It's been around for a couple years now, right? Oh my gosh, you're not taking enough vitamin D. You're not taking enough vitamin D. Well, this is it. Between our calcium, and we're going to talk our calcium about our calcium product on another video. Between that and the vitamin D here in the CoQ10, you're getting plenty. So why not get your vitamin D with support to your heart, antioxidants for your heart? It's just a great product. 1 time a day is great. I take twice a day just because I like to do things more than regular. But just again, I feel every adult should be taking this. Yeah.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mega Garlic Plus is next. This is an awesome product, probably underrated. People don't know about it and the amazing benefits as much. So 1 vitamin is equal to an entire clove of garlic. I'm going to explain the benefits of garlic in 1 second, but just so you know, it's amazing because you can take that 1 vitamin, and typically it's once a day that you want to take this. And you're not going to have the same breath that would be smelling as if you were to eat an entire clove of garlic. But here are some benefits of garlic. So one thing that garlic does is it's a natural way to help boost the immune system. So again, if you're sick or something like that and you want to boost the immune system, this is a great way that you can do that. This is actually something you could take every single day as well. It's not something that you just need to add in when you're sick, but it does help to boost the immune system. And then also what garlic helps to do is it helps to clean your blood. So sometimes if people have certain diseases or as people age, you might hear that they start to get kind of sticky blood. And so garlic is a natural way to help clean that blood and to help with that. And it also, I believe that it helps with circulation as well. And so lots of great benefits with this. Laura, anything you want to add?
No, that's just great.
I will real quick. I have quite a few clients that have sickle cell, and it was actually, I didn't know a lot about it until I met my clients, and they've educated me a lot. And I remember one client heard this product training and she was like, Kaylee, this is my product for me. She's like, you're speaking to me on everything with needing to clean the blood. And she's in her 20s, guys. She's not older. But sickle cell, you can have a lot of flare-ups, and they can be very severe for the body. And so a lot of the immune health, the Herbal Lifeline, but the Mega Garlic Plus has been huge in helping her maintain her health to a point where she is able to do more than she's ever been able in the last 15 years that she's been able to do. So it's absolutely a great product. Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And for the Mega Garlic, I'll take that. I don't take that regularly, but if I get sick, and I kind of take it as, it's like in my eyes, my natural antibiotic, it just like kicks it in the butt a little bit better. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Core Complex. This is the big guns for those people with the stubborn high cholesterol, right? Again, most people, and mind you, and I don't have a can of Formula One sitting next to me. If you look at the can of Formula One, I'm used to holding it. There's a heart on it, and it means that the fact that we can actually, I think Kaylee's looking for Formula One. Show us the heart. There it is. Yes. What does it say inside the heart, Kel? Does it say anything?
Heart smart.
Heart smart. So the fact that we could put that heart on our can, and that's the soy, the Formula One soy. The fact that we can put that on that can was huge. That was a huge claim that we could say that soy Formula One helps support heart disease, because it's a plant protein, not an animal protein that has the extra fats. So that's key. So again, we're working with our clients. We're changing their diet, right? They're doing some shakes instead of some fatty meals. They're possibly taking the Herbal Lifeline, right? And they're losing weight. Maybe they're starting to exercise because they're feeling better. Most of the time, that's going to help reduce their cholesterol. Okay, you've got it. It's done. And you don't have to worry about it. My goal is to get everybody off if they're taking damn, my brain just left.
Just cholesterol or blood pressure. Oh, I forget what the name is. I don't know what the name is.
Okay, if they're taking cholesterol medication, it's not good for your liver. My goal is to get them off that meds. But you know what I ask them is, I say, do you want to get off the medication? Some people don't care. If they don't care, that's their choice, right? But if they do, then we go to work with it. Most of the time, everything I just talked about will do it. But those stubborn bodies need something a little bit more. And this is where we pull in the big guns, more expensive product, Core Complex. And this is also for the stubborn people who aren't willing to work with us, right? They go, I don't want to do shakes. Don't you just have a pill that I can take? I just want to take a pill to, lots if I can remember my dad saying that. Don't you just have a pill? I don't want to have to do everything like that you're telling me to do. So yeah, so we have a packet of pills, so to speak, okay, for these people. And so what this is one packet a day. There's 30 packets in the Core Complex. It's 2 Herbal Lifeline, 1 Tri-Shield, 1 CoQ10, and then 2 plant sterols. And the plant sterols helps your body absorb it into the blood vessels and get into where it needs more effectively. For whatever reason, these people struggle with this. And I know a lot of people that did not change their diet, did not do anything different, but take this packet once a day, and their cholesterol went down. Okay. And so I'd like to say it was because of other reasons that I did to support them in their nutrition plan, but not necessarily, but maybe they're even working with you too. This is something that would help them. Okay. Super. We got that.
Yep. We're just going to.
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay. This is just, this is on, I think you can find this on My Herbalife, but what this slide is it pretty much on the left, any type of heart disease, cholesterol, the triglycerides, the blood pressure, whatever it is, and then it's going to have a little dot for which product can help support that. So I don't know a lot about heart disease. I don't have anything close to it kind of thing. So that way I can use this as a great reference that if I forget like, ooh, which product helps with the energy of the heart the most, I can come see and, oh, Core Complex does and CoQ10 does. So this is just a great reference for you to be able to use to help you best support your clients, or if you need these products. Well, we all need these products, especially Herbalife line. But if you need the extra heart health support for yourself as well. So.
Super. Okay. So that was our heart health products. And, I give it up to Kaylee. Anybody, who takes on the heart health products as a distributor, I give it up to them every time they train on it. It's a lot to know and understand and to remember. And this is, I love the fact that we're making these tapes for you guys, and you guys can go listen to them over and over again. We're always looking for anybody to be stepping up into leadership roles to help out with product training through various situations. And by re-listening to these and just getting it into your head, it's gonna help you remember everything over time. But you did a great job, Kaylee, and thank you for that. And okay, we will see you at our next training.